These two examples, we see that we have two ratios set equal to each other. Remember that a ratio is just a comparison of two numbers. In x divided by 5, or the fraction x over 5, the quantity x is being compared to 5. When we set two ratios equal to each other, we call them proportions. And in proportions, we have unique properties where we can solve for unknowns. And so that's the next step we're going to work on in our process of solving equations. So if we did this, let me choose get my pen. So if we look at x over 5 and 4 over 7, we do what's called the cross product, which is multiplication. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply the 5 times the 4 and the 7 times the x. And what I get is 7x equal to 20. So now I have one more step to find out what x is. And if I divide by 7 on both sides, I do get this sort of awkward fraction. I get x equal to 27ths. But if I substitute the 27ths back in for x, then I will also get 4/7. So if I substitute it back in, that would be the fraction 27ths in the x place over 5. And let's simplify this. This was our x over 5, remember? We're going to see if this actually equals 4/7. So what is 27ths over 5? Well, we've talked about this, that the fraction line means division. So what I really have is 20 over 7 divided by 5. And when we divide with fractions, we know what we do is that we take the second number and we take the reciprocal of that number and we multiply it times 27. So when I do this, I can multiply it straight out and simplify it, or I could see that 5 divides into 5 once, and 5 divides into 24 times. And so now I simplify the multiplication. I have 4 times 1, which is 4, and I have 7 times 5, which is 7 times 1, because the 5 reduced, so we have 4/7. So we did solve this cross product. That actually x is 20 over 7, and when we substitute it back in, we find that it is equal to 4/7. So here is another proportion, and this time the variable is in the denominator of the fraction. Well, with cross multiplication, that's no problem. We just take the multiply of the p, and we're going to multiply it up by the 4, and we're going to multiply the 12 times 11. So 4 times p, it gives us 4p, and 12 times 11, see, we should multiply this out, 12 times 11, and we get 132. And now in our final step, we divide by 4, and 132 divided by 4 gives us 33. So P is equal to 33. Now let's see if I substitute P 33 for P back into the equation, the proportion, I see I have 11 over 33, and that was equal to 4 over 12. If I simplify 4 over 12, I find that 4/12 is 1/3. And if I simplify 11 over 33, I get 1/3 also. And so P is 33.